What's up, guys? AC Card Shark back again. I am here at the Quakertown Farmers Market, Flea Market again. Riding solo this time, so I couldn't take any video on the way over to the flea market because I'm driving, obviously. So yeah, Mindy's at a party and Pixel Sandwich is back home, and so I figured, you know what, I'm gonna come out here and see what I can find because I was kind of bored all by myself. So I'm gonna take you here. I'm gonna flip you around for a second, and we're gonna show you what's going on over this way. As you can see, I have a better zoom now. I've got the good camera. I did find my charger, so that's all good. But yeah, Quakertown, I always say it, Quakertown Farmers Market. So we're gonna take a walk around and see what kind of games I can pick up and what I can find. So I'll cut to some of that now. Alright guys, I went back to my normal stop, which you have seen in previous videos, which had, like, you know, a ton of games, and made some major scores again. So much so that I had to actually go back to the car and drop it all off. So I'm heading back now to get through the other half of the flea market. So just to let you guys know, I will have some pickups at the end of this video, so stay tuned. Alright guys, we're back in the car. I apologize for not taking a lot of video around there. A lot of people were looking at me kind of funny when I had the camera rolling. I wanted to try to talk into the camera as I was taping, but you know, like I said, you tend to get some funny looks when you're bringing the camera around. I got a mess of stuff. Like, I got such good deals, it's absolutely just ridiculous. And I can't wait to get back home. I'm gonna go back into the game room at home. I'll show you everything I got. It was just absolutely such an amazing day. I started getting a little too hot. I wore my Blues jersey because it was cold this morning. Like, for summer, it was actually cold. I was chilly. So I wore my Blues jersey. I'm like sweating through it right now. So I'm gonna stop off, get like a nice coffee, and then head home, and then I'll cut to the game room and show you everything I picked up. It's absolutely just ridiculous, the finds that I got today. So I'm going to cut to that now. And see, that guy just drove by and gave me a dirty look because I was talking to myself. So I'm gonna cut now, and we're gonna cut to the game room, and I'll show you exactly what I picked up. Alright guys, I was driving home from the flea market and I took a little pit stop. I saw a Salvation Army thrift store, and I never knew that was here. A lot of times they could have some games floating around or some systems, so I figured I would take a stop in and take a look around. I'm not going to bring the camera in because I don't think they like having bags or anything like that, because I usually have a camera bag around my neck or my shoulder or whatever. So, but I'm not going to bring it in, but I will definitely take a look inside and see what I find. Alright guys, we're back in the game room. The whole trip is now over. I did stop and get my Wawa frozen Frappuccino, whatever it's called. Pixel Sandwich would know well about that. I think we stop like every day for one. But yeah, let me get right to the pickups because there were a whole bunch of them. The one stand that I always go to, I showed you in one of my flea market videos. They actually were there again. I tried to go with Pixel Sandwich. They weren't there because it was a Friday, not a Saturday. And I did hit a score, like a load of games. So that's really awesome. So I'll go through the games that I got. First one up for the NES is Tag Team Wrestling. I'm not sure if I have this one or not. I'm pretty certain I don't. I know I played this as a kid and loved it. $2. All the loose cards were $2 a piece. Second one I picked up was the Tengen version of Gauntlet. I'm pretty sure I've got the gray cartridge version, so I did pick up for $2 the black Tengen version of Gauntlet. Next one I picked up was Operation Wolf. And, you know, just again, all these games I don't have already, so I figured I'd get them and pick them up for the collection. Next one up is Fester's Quest, and that's obviously from the Addams Family. Never played that as a kid, and I always wanted to, so I figured, why not? Next one is Alpha Mission. Alpha Mission for the NES. I got Tecmo Star Force. And then I picked Rescue the Embassy Mission. I saw this one there a couple different times, and I didn't pick it up for whatever reason. And it just looks like fun. I mean, just like it just looks like a good time. Like it just looks like kind of like almost like a rescue, like a shooter kind of. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll let you know. I mean, if it's good enough, maybe I'll do a gameplay video. And then I also picked up a game for Pixel Sandwich, which I don't want to show on film. I'll show the back of it. There you go. But I did pick up a game for Pixel Sandwich. He said he was looking for it that I already had, and I had gotten from that same guy. And so I went back and I saw it again for $2, and I picked it up for him. And then for the Super Nintendo, I picked up Primal Rage. And again, just another game I always wanted as a kid, never got, so I figured that was cool. Picked up a, not complete, but a box copy of WrestleMania, the arcade game for the Sega Genesis. And that's actually the last, I believe the last wrestling game I need for the Genesis. I think I have WrestleMania Raw, Royal Rumble, and I'm pretty sure this is the only other one I'm missing. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I just know it was a wrestling game I didn't have, and I always loved wrestling back in the day. This next game's a little bit beat up, but I did pick it up for Mindy. And as you guys know, she's the Frogger fanatic, so I did pick up Frogger 2, Swampy's Revenge for the PlayStation 1. The book looks like almost like water damage, but the disc is in pretty decent shape. It's a black bottom disc. Got some fingerprints, but that's about it. That can be shined up with no problem. So that was, again, $2 for Frogger 2. And then they had a deal on PS2 and Xbox games. They were $4 a piece, but there were 3 for $10. So I did pick up three games. The only one I picked up for the Xbox was one I had at one point. I don't know if I sold it or like back to EB or something like that back in the day, but I always remember liking it, and that's Pirates: The Legends of Black Cat. Legends of Black Cat. It's a great pirate game, and you actually are a girl pirate, which is so different. And I remember having a great time with this game, and I figured I would pick it back up again. It does come complete. So that was really cool. Again, they were, I guess, $3.33 a piece. Second one I picked up for the PlayStation 2, and that is Mafia 1. Again, love Mafia 2. Never got a chance to play Mafia 1. So I figured I would pick this up for the $3. And then the last game I picked up was, again, another one I had wanted to play for a long, long time. Big fan of the show. The game got really bad reviews, but I figured I would give it a shot. And that is 24, the game. I know this game is probably pretty terrible from what I've read at least. And, you know, I just have always wanted to play it because I literally watched every season of that show until it went off the air. And I've always wanted to try it, and for $3, how can you go wrong? And then actually I did pick up 2 Game Boy Advance games. Pixel Sandwich kind of got me hooked on looking for these. The first one I picked up was Super Dodgeball Advance. And that's like the old NES game, Super Dodgeball. So I figured that would be kind of fun. And the other one I picked up, I'm not even sure if it's rare or not, but it's made by Treasure, which of course, as you guys know, is always a win. And it's for the Game Boy Advance. I have the Genesis version, but it is Gunstar Heroes. So Gunstar Heroes for the Game Boy Advance. I figured, I think he gave those to me. He wanted $4 a piece. He gave them to me for, focus, for like $3, I want to say. So all of those games, I'll hold up the stack again, if I can, without dropping them all. So all of these games here, I paid $35. He gave me a big discount. Sold a lot of the ones that normally are $3, he gave me for $2. Sometimes there were $4, he gave me for $3. He knows me now, which is good. I'm a regular with him now, so that's an awesome deal. So then I saw another item, and I asked him. I said, how much is that? And he wanted $40 for this. And I kind of hemmed and hawed. I was like, I don't know. I'm already spending like $35. He's like, all right. He's like, since you're here all the time and you always buy like a crap ton for me every week. He's like, I'll knock $10 off. I'll give it to you for $30. I couldn't let it go. I had to get it. And actually, mine just died when Pixel Sandwich was here. So I did get, in its original box, I did get a Sega Dreamcast. Sega Dreamcast original box. I did open it up. Yeah, all the original stuff is there. The original like online service disc is in there. I mean, literally, it's all original. It's just obviously not sealed. But for $30 to get a complete Dreamcast in box, I figured was a complete steal. So I ended up spending $65 with that guy, and that included the box Dreamcast and all of those games. So I figured that was a really, really good steal. So I walked all that stuff to the car because I could not carry that around, and I kept walking around. And let's see what else I have here. without showing you ahead of time. Actually, ironically enough, the guy who was right next to him had video games, and the dude told me, he's like, make sure you check his stuff out too. He's got some good stuff and it's selling fast. So I went over just to take a peek, and I was like, all right. So I ended up picking up 4 games. First game I picked up was for the NES, and that is Galaga. One of my favorites back in the day. Awesome, awesome game. So Galaga for the NES. Second game I picked up was Platoon, and that actually has the instructions with it. So Platoon for the NES, which I've heard mixed things about. And then the next game I picked up, it's not complete, but it is in box for the Sega Genesis, and that is Super Smash TV. As you guys know, I'm a fan of Smash TV on the NES, so I figured I would try out Super Smash TV and see what that was like. And then I asked him, I said, how much for those 3? He said, I'll give it to you for $5. $5 for all 3 of these games. Like, that's a stellar deal. So I saw another game sitting there, and I said, you know, how much would you want for that? And he wanted originally $10 for this game. And I hemmed and hawed because I actually don't even have the system yet. And he says, I'll tell you what. He goes, I saw you bought a lot from the other guy. He goes, I'm here like once a month. If you come back to me and keep shopping with me, I'll give you those 3 games as well as the one that you have in your hand for $10 total. So he had originally said 5 for these 3. So basically he dropped it down from $10 to $5. It's a complete copy for the TurboGrafx 16 of Bonk's Adventure. Bonk's Adventure for the TurboGrafx 16, complete. The instructions and artwork as well as the game are all in there. He wanted $10 for it. He threw it in as a deal for all 4 games for $10. So I basically bought Bonk's for $10 and got all these for free. So that was, again, another stellar deal. And then I was walking around, and I was actually on my way out. I was actually leaving, and I just happened to come across this one booth, and I saw like a TV tray standing up, and I was like, what the hell is that? So I go look at it, and it's actually, I've never seen this before, but it's a really good collectible for me. It's actually a Pac-Man TV tray. And as you can see right here, it's back when he was actually Puck-Man, like with the nose, and it's like in the early days. So this is really awesome collectible. It has legs that come out like this. So if you ever actually wanted to stand it up, you could. Or if you want to stand it on a shelf like I'm going to do, basically what I'm going to do is just have the legs out and then lean it back on the legs and have it like that. And she had it marked $6, and I was like, I'm not paying $6. She goes, give me $4 for it. So I was like, all right, sounds good. So I don't know if anyone knows anything about this, but to me it seems like a rarity. I mean, I've never seen something like this before, especially when it's got like Pac-Man with his nose, and that usually you tend to believe that that's a really old collectible. It's not like the newer ones that they had put out after it kind of hit and became huge. So if anyone happens to know anything about this TV tray, please let me know, because that's really awesome. And even if I overpaid for it, I just love it. So I mean, it's just good to have in general. And then finally, as you guys saw, I went to the Salvation Army thrift store. I just happened to see it, and I just kind of burned rubber and turned in. And I did find 2 games. They had a Nintendo 64 console, they had an Xbox console, and a PS1 console, all for decent prices. But I already have all those 3, and there's really no reason for me to buy another one. So I left those behind. I did leave a bunch of games behind. I had a lot of sports games I really didn't want. But I did pick up 2 games. The first one was $1.99 for the PlayStation 1, and that's NHL Face-Off 98. Pretty much any hockey game I'm picking up if I see it, so that was a pretty good deal. And then the second one, as much as I knock on this series, this is actually going back to when it was still good. For the original Xbox, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2X, which is a combination of Tony Hawk 1 and Tony Hawk 2, as well as 5 new levels that are only available on this comp. So those are the 2 Tony Hawks I actually enjoyed back in the day, was 1 and 2, and then it got stupid after that. Maybe 3 I could probably play, but after that I just kind of lost interest, and it just was the same crap over and over again. It wasn't even done well. So I figured Tony Hawk's 2X, that was I think $2.99. So not a bad deal overall. So basically, if I take the camera down here and I'll take a look and show you guys, I got the Pac-Man TV tray, I got that stack of games, I got those 2 games from right here from the Salvation Army. I got these 4 Bonk's Super Smash TV, all those right here, as well as a box Dreamcast. So I call that an overall awesome, successful trip to the flea market and going out to Quakertown. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. That's about it from here. So till next time, AC Card Shark. Take care, guys.